men saying that they're going to get them a woman from another country. They're going to get them a foreign woman because she's more submissive. She'll do whatever he says, and she'll, all those other things. Let's talk about that. I've heard a lot of American women say, well, it doesn't matter to us, it doesn't affect us, and it does. A lot of these men are going overseas, getting women to bring them back here who have no U.S. citizenship. Keep in mind this, they may have lots of money over in their country, but when you bring that lots of money that they have from there to here, that's not any money. On top of that, many of these countries do not have any type of women's rights. So can you just imagine these men going to a foreign country to get a foreign woman where she's in her country, and let's just say healthcare and dental, all those things are free, or the cost of living is a lot lower than it is here, and her packing everything up and coming over here to this country where things are a lot more expensive. Not only that, she doesn't have women's rights in this country. Why? Because she's not a U.S. citizen. So now she's at the mercy of this man, and she has no family over here. She has no friends. She hasn't established, or she hasn't built anything. This is what these men are doing. They are subjecting women to the same abuse that they are subjecting us to. But because they can no longer control us, now they're going to other countries where these women, when they come here, they won't have anything. They will be completely and utterly and solely dependent on that man. And America, we are the foundation for everything that goes on in the world, including women's rights. And many of these women won't tell you that for fear of being hurt. Now, there are some of these women who are extremely poor, and so even a little bit of money that this man has, when he goes over to another country, he will persuade the family he's a good man, so that way he can take that poor woman to America, so that way she can have so much of a better life. So let's not tolerate this anywhere in the world with any woman.
First of all, this bitch sound like Boyce Watkins and shit. She's running numbers. Alright, she's running financials. Imaginary financials in her goddamn head. She's talking like Boyce Watkins, alternately Roland Martin, and she spews a bunch of nonsense. She obviously has never been anywhere in her fucking life. She's never traveled. She doesn't have any passport. She's probably only slept with bums. Not even a Pookie or Ray Ray would take this thing. She's jacked up, okay? She's jacked up. Yes, it's a dig at her appearance. She looks like shit. This is how she presents herself on a TikTok app invented by a Chinese billionaire, seen worldwide. This is the image that she presents to the rest of the planet as she spews a bunch of nonsense she knows nothing about. Nothing about. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of listening to it. I'm tired of listening to these women. If you listen to any of these goddamn, scare videos from black women to supposed foreign women, they're all talking the same nonsense. They're all talking about financials. Number one, they're talking about financials. And then they're talking about an imagined oppression that has never occurred and never existed in the black community. For as long as I can remember, for as long as anybody can remember, the black man has been under siege in this country and shit, and locked up in huge numbers, leaving the women to run the households and run down the fucking neighborhoods that they live in, to burn that shit down with their bastard progeny and shit. They've all been banging the same dudes and shit. It's almost incestuous, the number of babies they've given to the same Pookies and Ray Rays. Yet they sit up here and they talk about this imaginary oppression and this imaginary, we're gonna bring the woman back and put her in a goddamn chicken cage or something, and hide her away, It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I wish I knew who she was. This was on Brazil Yesh's site again. He does obscure the TikTok identity of these women. I would love to give her the business. Like, really give it to her. I love to, you can't see what I'm doing behind my facade, but like, I'm taking one hand and I'm grabbing the inside of my elbow, and like from the forearm upward to my fist, my balled up fist, I'm doing the white people's version of flipping somebody else. The rockers, the long hairs version of flipping somebody else. Now you can probably hear me doing. I'm flipping her off. Okay, she's a burnt brisket. Okay, every time she fucks somebody, the dude that fucked her, that's a struggle hookup. Okay, that's like somebody had no options, or she paid for the shit, or she got the dude while he was asleep or something. Okay, I hate to be crass. I'm just tired of listening to these messed up ass females talking and running their mouth. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I don't want to be an oppressor and shit. Like I've been oppressed by black women in my life, you know. I don't want to be oppressed like they oppress people and they gaslight shit talk and they don't have no life experience. They never went nowhere and they don't want you to go nowhere. You can't go nowhere. You stay down here in the toilet with us, in the porta potty with us, that we made this porta potty and we shit in it every day and we want you to stay in this shit. Anybody believes this, they're insane. They're insane. I must comment on it though. We must not give them an inch. You can't give them an inch. I've already had some sisters come onto my platform this week and attack me, you know. I had made videos about that, but I said, nah, I can't put that out. I want to give you any clout whatsoever. I'm going to give a female no clout whatsoever that does not deserve it. All right? I come from a place of common sense. All right? This is that whole, you know, when you read between the lines, like she's praying that some guy goes over to a foreign country, marries a foreign woman, and brings her back here so that she can get the woman and do some vampiric shit to her and make her a bitch too. Right? She's an emotional vampire. She's a wannabe emotional vampire. She's the equivalent of that 1920s movie, Nosferatu. She's like a vampire that has lost her humanity. Okay? That's why she looks like shit. She's all burnt up and frayed and nappy-headed, black burnt. Ah, fuck it. Just go with it, man. You black-ass crispy. Yeah, I'm mad. Because we keep hearing it, nothing changes. Nothing changes. It's the same shit. Talking about oppression and shit. And it's almost becoming they can make a Saturday Night Live skit based on some of these goddamn TikTok videos. Is that fucking ridiculous? No nigga worth his salt is bringing any woman back here to the West. Okay? If they're going to have a wife and shit over there and they got some common sense, they will just leave the women where they are. They will use their American dollars, which are multiplied in a lesser economy, to achieve a lifestyle they could not otherwise achieve here, and definitely not coupled with an indigenous black woman of these colonies of the United States of America, 3Ks and set. You women are messed up. You're socially engineered into a service class. You have a transactional nature that you cannot seem to overcome. A majority of you, and it's futile trying to build anything with you because all you talk about is tangibles and being taken care of like a baby. You know, I guess in about 50 years, you'll even want dudes not only to provide tangibles, but to put a depends on you, an adult diaper, and change your diaper when you need it to. Okay, that's all you want. You want a daddy. You guys all have daddy issues, but you ran the daddies out the house. And then, because you raised your son like girls, now there's nothing but daddies. There's son husbands and shit, you know, that you have a weird incestuous relationship with. You know, you're not doing anything. You're not building women. You know, you're so incredible. Why don't you just build without the black man and have a alphabet community society free of us and live free? Let me Wakanda forever, nigga.